Starting the stream. Alright. We're playing Oblivion today. Now to preface this, I've never played Oblivion before, not even the original. The only Elder Scrolls game that I did play was Skyrim for VR specifically. And I've only gone like maybe an hour of it into I could check my Steam library, but it's not a lot. VR. Actually, I played for 10 hours. Surprisingly. I think I did stream it, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Last time I played was 2021, so there you go. Do the usual and give an @everyone ping to the Mystics Online Discord, even though it's like 10 p.m. where I am. Paste and @. Alright, cool. There you go. Now that that's out of the way, we can actually get started on playing the game. Welcome to the stream, Red Army. Isn't it like midnight for you? What are you doing? It's 4 a.m. I was close enough. 4 a.m. and midnight, they're basically the same number. Okay. Novice. I'm just going middle of the road because I have no idea what I am doing. Bethesda Studios. A studio that's known to be very hit or miss. Very much miss. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Press any button to start. Alright, time to reach the power button. The EULA agreement. Should I be the first streamer to like read word for word the user's license agreement? End User's License Agreement, or EULA for short. You should carefully read the entire following End User License Agreement before buying, downloading, installing, or using or playing the game as defined below, or any related software and/or content. This agreement contains important terms that affect your legal rights. By buying, downloading, installing, using, or playing the game, you agree to be bound by all the terms of this agreement. If you do not agree to all the terms of this agreement, please do not, and you are not permitted to, download, install, use, or play the game. By downloading, installing, using, or playing the game, you confirm that you have read this End User License Agreement, the ZeniMax Terms of Service, and the ZeniMax Media Privacy Policy that you agreed to terms in this agreement, and the terms of the service collectively, this agreement. You further acknowledge and understand that ZeniMax will process your personal information in accordance to the ZeniMax Media Privacy Policy, available at bethesda.net/document/privacy policy. If you do not accept the terms of agreement, or you have not read and understood the ZeniMax Media Privacy Policy, do not download, install, or use the game. I am lost. I'm lost. Okay. For ease for reference, the ZeniMax Terms of Service may be found at https://bethesda.net/document/terms of service. This agreement between you, ZeniMax Media Inc., including its parent and affiliate companies collectively ZeniMax, as set out in Section 1 of the Terms of Service, if you are a resident in the EEA, United Kingdom, Switzerland... Oh! This is you, Red. Switzerland, Austria, New Zealand, Turkey, Japan, or Brazil, ZeniMax acknowledges that there are certain guarantees, warranties, terms, and conditions, including the respect for refunds and returns, and... shit, I'm lost again. Damn it. I'm lost. I was somewhere at Brazil. Where's Brazil? Brazil. Here we go. ZeniMax acknowledges that there are certain guarantees, warranties, terms, and conditions, including in respect of refunds and returns of unfair terms imposed by the laws relating to the supply of goods and services and digital content, which the laws expressly provide, that may not be excluded, restricted, or modified, or may only be limited to a certain extent the statutory obligations. Nothing in this EULA excludes, restricts, or modifies the statutory obligations otherwise than according to such laws. Photosensitivity warning. A very small percentage of individuals may experience seizures or blackouts when exposed to certain visual images, including without limitations light patterns or flashing lights. Even people who have no history of seizures or epilepsy may have an undiagnosed condition that can cause these photosensitive epileptic seizures while playing the game. If you experience any of the following symptoms while playing the game, immediately discontinue and consult your physician before resuming play. Blackout, seizures, dizziness, altered vision, eye or muscle twitches, jerking or shaking of arms and legs, loss of awareness, disorientation, confusion, any involuntary movement, or convulsions. Disputees provisions. The ZeniMax Terms of Service contains the dispute resolutions, binding arbitration, and class action waiver provisions. The disputes provisions that if you reside in jurisdiction outside of the EEA, United Kingdom, Switzerland, Australia, New Zealand, Turkey, Japan, or Brazil, that permits class actions or other collective disputes affects your rights under the ZeniMax Terms of Service. This EULA with respects to disputes you may have ZeniMax. That dispute provisions is incorporated into this EULA by this reference and form part of this such EULA. As if such provisions were fully reinstated in this EULA, you may opt out of the binding individual arbitration and class action waiver as provided by the ZeniMax Terms of Service. Any and all uses of the game are governed by the terms of this EULA and the ZeniMax Terms of Service, collectively, the agreement. To play the game, you must A. obtain from ZeniMax access to the game, and B. download the game client as defined below, or C. play the game via a third-party streaming service, such as Steam. The ZeniMax Terms of Service are hereby incorporated into a form part of the EULA by this reference, as if such provisions were fully restated in this EULA. The EULA constitutes the supplemental terms as contemplated by the ZeniMax Terms of Service. The game is made available and distributed solely for the use by authorized end users according to the terms of this agreement. Any use, reproduction, modification, or distribution of the game, aka piracy, is not expressly authorized by the terms of this agreement. It is expressly prohibited. You agree that the game client, and other game-related software content as defined by the terms of service specific to the game and your access to the use of the game are all a service for the purposes of this agreement. Any rights not granted to you in this agreement are reserved by ZeniMax. Really weird choices of words, but... You acknowledge that ZeniMax may process your personal information in accordance with ZeniMax Media Privacy Policy, which is again available at bethesda.net/document/privacy-policy, and if you agree to the ZeniMax Code of Conduct, which is available at bethesda/document/code of conduct, parentheses Code of Conduct. Why the fuck is it here twice? The Code of Conduct, it uses Code of Conduct 3 times here. Why? Is incorporated into this EULA by reference and forms a part of the agreement as if it were fully restated in this EULA. All personal information collected and processed by ZeniMax in connection with the agreement will be collected and processed in accordance with the ZeniMax Media Privacy Policy. You should save a copy of this EULA, the Terms of Service, the Privacy Policy, and the Code of Conduct for your record and for future reference. Oh, I will have that in the form of this stream. All software programs and any and all files that are delivered to you or made available to you by ZeniMax directly or indirectly through ZeniMax authorized reseller or distributed via online access, transmission, download, or otherwise, including any patcher, installer, and updates and any modifications to such software programs and any and all copies, derivative works of such software programs, collectively with the games client defined below, the game, are copyrighted works of ZeniMax and its affiliates. The game is licensed, not sold to you. Yeah. So, you don't own it. 1. Limited license restrictions and ownership. If you agree to this agreement, you may download, install, or stream the computer software of the game hereafter. Hey, it's one of them. Hereafter referred to as the game client onto your computer and or console for the sole purpose of playing the game. Subjects to your compliance with all the limited, non-transferable, non-exclusive license, A, to install the game client on one or more computers and or consoles owned by you under your legitimate control, and B, to use as the game client solely as part of a service for your non-commercial entertainment purposes only. So technically YouTube. As ZeniMax terms of service include terms of and conditions applicable to virtual currency, such as the term defined by ZeniMax terms of service, including terms that grant you non-exclusive limited license to virtual currency, such as the games and the conditions to apply to the virtual currency, if any, licensed to you for use with the game. Okay, I'm getting bored of this. Am I still able to access like it's somewhere? Game is not running on SSD. Oh damn, we're getting 200 frames. Alright, let's look at the fire in the background. Look at that. Look at the fire in the background between 30 and 60. And then 120. And then uncapped. FOV for first person, motion blur. Green space reflection, quality level. All set to medium. Autosave on fast travel, autosave on rest, and autosave on wait. Should I play on like controller? Okay, new game.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
Thankfully, I have an Xbox Series X controller on my desk, so at any time I can just connect to it.
Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land.
Oh my god, it's the main character. You can tell because he's at the center of the camera.
This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the third era and the final hours of my life.
Rip Bozo. It's amazing how this game, with how it looks, it definitely should be in like one of those like $70 to $80 range games that are gonna start being implemented. But it's only $50 on Steam, so it's lower than the old rate. Attempting to pick up objects makes you easier to detect. If you sneak up and attack someone who does not detect you, you deal extra damage. Okay, Dragonian. No, that's Aragonian. Breton. This reptilian race, well suited for the treacherous swamps of its homeland, has developed natural immunities to poison. They can breathe underwater and are good at picking locks. Why? In addition to their quick and perceptive grasp of spellcraft, even the humblest Bretons can boast a resistance to magical energies. They are particularly skilled at summoning and healing magic. The Dark Elf, also known as Dunmer in their homeland of Morrowind, the Dark Elves are noted for their skill, balance, integration of the sword, bow, and destruction magic. They are resistant to fire and can summon an ancestral ghost for aid. The High Elf, also known as Altmer, in their homeland of the Summerest, Io, the High Elves are exceptionally gifted in the arcane arts. They also boast a resistance to illness. However, they are also somewhat vulnerable to fire, frost, and shock. Imperial, natives of the civilized cosmopolitan province of Cryodil, they have proved to be shrewd diplomats and traders, and they are skilled with heavy armor and the social skills, and tend to favor the warrior classes. Speech checks. The Wood Elf. Clanfolk of the Western Valen Forest, also known as Bosmer Wood Elves, they are nimble and quick for making good scouts and thieves. There are no finer archers in all Tamriel. Their ability to command simple creatures is well known. To command simple creatures. Hey, Red, that's you! The Red Guard. The most naturally talented warriors in Tamriel. In addition to their cultural affinities for many weapons and armor styles, they also have hardy constitutions and are naturally resistant to disease and poisons. The Orcs. The people of Rothgarian and Dragontail Mountains, Orcish armorers, are prized for their craftsmanship. Orc troops in heavy armor are amongst the finest in the Empire and are fearsome when using their Berserker rage. Oh my god, Berserker! That's a Landfinder reference. The Nord, citizens of Skyrim, they are tall, fair-haired people. Strong and hardy, Nords are famous for their resistance to cold and are highly talented warriors. And the Khajiit. Hailing from the province of Elsewhere, they are intelligent, quick, agile, and make excellent thieves. Due to their natural agility and unmatched acrobatic skills, all Khajiit can see in the dark. Let's see. Magic. In addition, quick spellcraft. Something. Which one is good for like just like pure like mage and stuff? I would look at the wrinkles. Age. Complexion. Oh god, they have body type. They have body type instead of just male or female, bruh. Okay, origin. Citrus. As a child, you were always spending time on the docks of one of the islands, gaining some money by helping merchants carrying their goods and earning from their adventures. Or, being from High Rock, you were raised in the homeland of the Bretons, going through all the great cities of province that make you, quick on your feet. Alright. Oh boy, customization time. Freaking baby face. Baby face versus malnourished. Alright, I'm gonna use the mouse for this because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's faster to use the slider. I'm like, do you know what this looks like? It looks like the one guy from Megamind, Hal Stewart. Looks like Hal. my brain is too big for you. Let's go middle of the road for that. Chin. How do I? Nope. How do I rotate? There we go. Quagmire or Reddit or White Knight from Reddit. Bro's got no chin. Bro's got no chin. This just looks ugly. Dude, this guy has so many like wrinkles. Anime eyes. Hey, my eyes are up here. Oh god, that just looks so creepy. Potato. Alright, forehead time. Five head, two head. How does this look even? Yeah, it works. Alright, now for the jaw. Right, now for the mouth. Hmm. There's a sad versus happy. Hmm. 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 He's neutral. Slightly a bit happier.